order. The Village of Deerfield Board of Trustees meeting for Monday, December 15th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mayor Shapiro.
Here.
Trustee Benton.
Here.
Trustee Berg.
Here.
Trustee Goldstone.
Here.
Trustee Greenberg.
Here.
Trustee Jacoby.
Here.
And Trustee Oppenheim.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Jerry. And as everyone can hear, Trustee Jacoby is joining us remotely on speakerphone. So if we could all please stand, I would ask Commander Oliver Cachola to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now would ask for a moment of silence, after which time I will give a statement for the victims of the mass shootings in Australia and at Brown University. Thank you. I speak today with a heavy heart and with deep outrage over the violence we witnessed this past weekend. In Australia, the killings were aimed directly at the Jewish community, an act of anti-Semitic hatred intended to intimidate and terrorize people for who they are and for how they worship. Such violence is not only an attack on individuals, it's an assault on the values of tolerance and mutual respect that bind communities together. Deerfield is home to a vibrant and proud Jewish community. And to that Jewish community, please know you will never stand alone in the face of hate. The killings at Brown University struck a place dedicated to learning and to the free exchange of ideas. And yet, as shocking as this tragedy is, and every one of these tragedies are shocking, it is tragically familiar. It is one of 391 mass shootings this year alone. That number should stop us cold, stop us in our tracks, not because it's a statistic, but because it reflects lives lost, families shattered, and futures cut short. We are outraged that hatred continues to find targets. We're outraged that faith communities, in particular the Jewish community, must continue to worry about its safety. We are outraged that schools and public places are no longer assumed to be safe. We will remain vigilant and diligent in ensuring that this village, in general, in our Jewish community, at synagogues, schools, and gathering places, are safe and are protected. We will continue to work closely with law enforcement and our police department. We'll continue to work with community leaders. Safety is not optional. Safety is fundamental. These moments demand clarity and resolve. Anti-Semitism has no place in Deerfield, in Illinois, or anywhere in the world. Violence cannot be normalized, and indifference is not an option. We honor those lost by standing with them and grieving and protecting one another and recommitting ourselves to a community defined not by fear, but by dignity, safety, and justice for all.
Thank you.
I would now like to ask Brian Bundy to make a presentation about and recap our Field of Honor.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. On behalf of the Field of Honor Committee, we are honored here to be able to give you an update on the Field of Honor that we had over Veterans Week. I do want to take a second here to point out the committee members that are here. Bob Phillips from the Public Works Department, Katerina Schroeder from the Library, Dana Bundy from the Park District, Chief Larson and Deputy Chief Montano from the Fire Department, Oliver Cachola from the Police Department, and then Kent sat on the board with us. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, the American Legion Post could not have somebody attend this evening. And then from the Midwest Veterans Closet is Mary Carmody, and Lake County Honor Flight is Lisa Madden. So they're all here with us tonight. I do want to say that just a little history of it. About 18 months ago, Commander Cotrola and I went to talk to Dana about using their property for this event that we wanted to try. Within about 20 minutes, I think we had Dana on board, and she convinced the Park District to let us use their property. From the start, after that, we met with all the other stakeholders or committee partners, and I think probably within another 10, 15 minutes, we were all on board. Everybody was on board with the whole thing. From the start, we wanted to provide for the veterans within Lake County, and that's when we chose Lake County Honor Flight and the Midwest Veterans Closet as our organizations. Over the next several months, Commander Cotrola and I went on what we called our joking speaking tour, where we met with schools, community organizations, service clubs, local businesses, the chamber, where we got pretty much immediate support from everybody. So that kept us going and got us going with everything. Across the 5 days of the event, we had the 500 flags that stood in tribute to veterans. And just to give you an idea of the community support, Kaylee Hatfield, Shepherd Junior High student, sang the national anthem for us 3 times. Taps was played by Grayson Feldman and Camelia. I'm not going to mess up her name too bad, but they're both Deerfield High School students. We had a resident, Marty Manick, who performed the bagpipes on the opening night for us. We had honor guard from the American Legion Hall, also the Deerfield Bannockburn Fire Department, along with the assistance of the Libertyville Police Department, assisted on 2 nights. We had the United States Navy Honor Guard present on the last night. We had some of our speakers were from Honor Flight number 21, a veteran from there, a U.S. Air Force search and rescue pilot, which is a in-law of one of our Deerfield employees, a veteran from the Iraqi Freedom Tour, and a U.S. Navy veteran also spoke. Some of the comments that I got, and I think some of us all got, was that the weather could have been nicer. Yeah. I disagree. I think it was perfect. I'll just leave it at that. With that, we dealt with what they deal with, and that's just the way that I think it went, and paid tribute to everybody for no matter when they served and moving forward. The committee would like to recognize very briefly our gold sponsors for the event, which contributed more than $1,500 to the event. That being the American Legion Post of Deerfield, Post 29, Deerfield Police Department, Citizens Police Academy alumni, Donald Otter, Audi Exchange of Highland Park, and Fortune Brands. Their generosity, along with many, many others, provided what we needed to get this going. As a result of the 500 flags, 363 were dedicated, including of those 363, 302 of them were individual dedications. As a group, we raised over $27,000. I'm sorry, I lost my place. With a net profit or net proceeds of $12,885.96. With that dollar amount, we'll be giving 2 checks tonight for $6,442.98 to each of those organizations. Everybody was always asking for video pictures or whatever, so I'm going to start this. It's about 4 minutes, but it pretty much runs from the start to the finish. So sure it doesn't start. As you can see, we went through many different weather from the beautiful first nights. Maybe if you remember the train drive-by as opposed to the flyover. But we got everything completed. Saw the wrestling team was the big group photo. Putting up that field from start to finish was tremendous with them. We had probably over 100 volunteers help us throughout the process and donated or attended their times, which helped make this a very successful event and just shows what Deerfield is made of. I would like to bring up Mary Carmody and Lisa Madden to present them their checks and to give them an opportunity to say something. I'll let you say something first, and then we'll do the checks.
I'd just like to say thank you very much for this unbelievable opportunity. It's going to help us help so many more veterans.
I as well want to thank the Public Works Department, Police Department, Fire Department, all the departments in the village of Deerfield that allowed us to be part of this fundraiser. Anyone who is familiar with Honor Flights know that it's a life-changing opportunity for veterans. So, with this donation, we'll be able to send roughly 4 veterans on Honor Flights. That's what the donation will cover. So we really appreciate it. And again, thank you.
That video was quite inspiring.
Hope we don't lose Oliver. He's the production manager.
And for everyone in this room that was part of that 5-day event, just I don't know. I mean, I'm speechless. It was remarkable. And to all of you who did such a great job planning, coordinating, executing what was really a wonderful event that I know we're going to build on every year. I already pinned it on you. We're going to do it every year. And to you guys, we appreciate you thanking us, but I think the thanks goes to you for everything that you do to help veterans with Honor Flight Veterans Closet and the support that you give all the time.
Thank you.
And it's our pleasure to be part of what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Midwest Veteran Closet. Your check for $6,000. We're going to get the whole. Oh, okay. It's your check for the $6,442.98, and then the Lake County Honor Flight, and yours for the same $6,442.89.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to all the committee members from the Park District, from the library, from the fire department, all you guys, awesome. Public Works, everybody did a great job. Thank you.
And again, thank you for all your support with us.
Moving on to our next item on our agenda, the minutes of our previous meeting, December 1st, 2025, the regular board minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Treasurer's report here.
This is the November 2025 Treasurer's Report. It represents 92% of the year. Net sales tax continues to exceed the prior 2 years. We've seen that throughout most of this year. So good, strong finish to this year, this month as well. Water and sewer billings decreased from last month's high. That's expected this time of year as we move out of the higher billing months. Interest income continues to outperform the budget as rates have remained higher than expected. We do know that those rates were cut in September, and then we see another one coming in December. So won't see this continue for as long as it has, but it's good while it lasted. Hotel tax reflects payments from 4 hotels, 4 current payments, and 1 back payment, then 2 other hotels paid shortly after year. And so we're all caught up with them shortly after this report was completed. Notable expenditures in November include construction and engineering costs through the various projects going on throughout town, a budgeted transfer from the general fund to the refuse fund, progress payments on the solar panels over at the treatment plant. We also made our annual Jewel Osco economic incentive payment. And next year is actually probably going to be the last year on that agreement. So ending that early because things have turned out better than we expected. And we also made debt service payments during the month. Large expenditures to come include the village's contribution to the police pension fund and transfers to the infrastructure replacement fund for projects. Those were planned and discussed previously, but yet to be made. Those are the highlights, but happy to answer any questions there may be.
Does anyone have any questions for Eric? Thank you.
Thank you.
Those in payroll, is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Roll call.
Before you do that, I just want to make sure that we got the Elrod Friedman update that's at your places tonight that's incorporated with that. Sorry.
Got it. Yep.
Trustee Benton?
Yes.
Trustee Berg?
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone?
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg?
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby?
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Public comment. There are 2 people who have signed in. This is an opportunity for the public to make a comment on a matter that's not on our agenda. And the 2 people who have signed in, I'll take them in the order in which they were signed in. Susan O'Malley. Welcome back.
Good evening, trustees. Okay, go?
Go.
Okay. I would like to address the agreement again between myself, 520 Briar Hill, and the club. In September of this past year, I went to a meeting with my attorney. We met with their attorney and the manager. And they brought up that there had been a plan proposed and something with a berm. My attorney, myself, looked at each other like, what plan? So I'm here to tell you I never once saw a plan. Okay, so imagine from my point of view, they're asking me, the village is asking me to sign an agreement with the club over a proposal I've never seen. Now, I'm sure it dated back to when Bob brought Kimley Horn to my home and he walked around and assessed. And I suppose, I don't know, but I wanted to make you aware that, again, you have 3 parties here, one who has nothing but damages, and then the other 2 being the village who has and can get the money from the Lake County Stormwater Commission, and the club who's caused the damage. So I still don't get how I can sign an agreement with the club when all I have is damages. The next point I'd like to make, and Mr. Mayor, I'm saying this with the utmost respect. When you were last here, you, at the end of the meeting, addressed me and said that sometimes things happen and the village is not always aware. Well, I've given you guys numerous documents showing that the village has been aware of this since 2001. That's a long time. So how long do things have to happen before somebody steps in and says, hey, what they're doing here is not right. It's one property, yeah. I know I'm not a whole neighborhood. But I'm telling you, after meeting with them, they don't care. They've got a license, by the way they're acting, to do what they've been doing, and they're going to continue to do it. I'm asking for the village to step in. I think I've done my due diligence, and I've tried to meet with them. I've written letters. I've called. I don't know what to do at this point. But I think the village has some role in this.
Thank you, Susan, for your comments, for coming back to us. I'm glad you have a lawyer. That lawyer is your advocate.
I know, but it didn't make a difference to the club.
Okay, I'm just going to, we're not going to get into this.
No,
I'm just going to make a statement, and then we'll conclude, okay? Your lawyer that you have, and I'm glad you have a lawyer, is your advocate for an agreement between, or what could be an agreement between you and the Briarwood Country Club, an agreement that we're not a party to. But if that agreement is ever executed, that allows us then to help with grant funding for your benefit. So that's a dispute, a discussion, a dialogue that you and your lawyer will hopefully have with the country club. I can't control them. We can't control them. You know that.
Well, you can enforce your permit system.
We don't operate like that. We don't.
So what about
Susan,
all
I'm
the
not
residents?
going to get into this. Okay, I'm just going to make a statement. We can talk another time, but this is just for public comment.
I mean, I'm welcome
You can call me anytime.
to come and talk to anybody about this. Show you what I have. Show
I know.
you what
We've
I've
seen
done.
it, and that's kind of where we're at. I hope that your lawyer advocates your position effectively with the country club and continues to do that. I know this is aggravating. I know I'm winding up my comments to you. I'm going to wish you a happy holiday season to you and your family.
Thank you. Same
right.
to all of
Thank
you.
you. Arnie.
Just wearing a hat because I'm an offensive coordinator of the Bears. I'm thinking about the children at Christmas time when they can't sleep. Sleeping's very important. All the time they're sleeping. You should have a universal attitude that gives you the power to enjoy the holidays. Control your power. Stay away, especially for the kids. Stay away from no toxic friends, no toxic energy, no toxic sounds, no toxic movies, especially no toxic TV, no toxic depression, and no toxic PTSD, which is impossible to do. And when you have a trigger, I wish you would have stayed to veteran. When you have a trigger that sets off your PTSD, the thing to do is place the music right away and avoid it. If it happens on TV, switch the TV immediately. Stay away from anything that reminds you of PTSD. We all suffer from PTSD once in our lifetime. And when a woman gets raped, she's affected for the rest of her life. I have had some high voltage shocks that caused me PTSD for the rest of my life. I've had PTSD, several things happen. Something happened to me 59 years ago in a cabin in the woods where a bear got on the door. That gave me PTSD for 59 years. But what happens with PTSD, when it's less and less, it goes in the back of your mind. But even in the back of your mind, it's still there, and it has a trigger on it. All your PTSDs probably have a trigger. I had PTSD when I was 12 years old. I got hit by a car. I hit a bicycle with a fire plug and flew over the handlebars. And I forgot what the third thing was. When I was 17 years old, as an electrician, I was working with my father. 2,000 feet away, I got electrocuted and I got hung up. You talk about PTSD. I almost died, but I survived because of my faith. Going back to the kids, 99% of TV is not good to watch. And don't watch the news. And these shootings and that, they should catch these people while they're younger, while they're sick, and catch them and teach them. It's going to be hard to stop all of that. How much time I got?
28 seconds.
28 seconds? Success takes attitude, belief, effort, desire, motivation, control, balance, focus, awareness, flexibility. The safest way to drive is 1 o'clock. When you drive at 3 o'clock, it takes one more second to go up the top and whip the wheel to save your life. And when your lady friends are driving and all your women friends are driving, no high heels, sandals, slip-ons, or any shoes without grips.
Thank you, Arnie.
Gym shoes are fine and hiking boots are good. Thank you.
Wishing you peace this holiday season.
I wish all of you a very healthy, happy holiday season. If you could do one thing for me, Mayor, send me a letter for all my 3 speeches, how I did.
Yes,
Thank you very much. How did I do, all right?
you did great.
Thank you all. And celebrate with the gusto.
All right. Any other public comment? Let's move on to our reports. We have one matter on our consent agenda. Item 25-115, a resolution approving the regular meeting schedule of the board for 2026. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Move to approve.
Second?
Roll call.
Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
New business. Item 25-104, resolution waiving competitive bidding and approving an agreement with Axon Enterprise for software services, including community request and unlimited digital storage with video support. Chris.
Mayor and Board, thank you. I'm here on behalf of the Police Department tonight. We are seeking approval of a resolution waiving competitive bidding and authorizing an agreement with Axon Enterprise Incorporated for the purchase of software and services, including unlimited third-party digital storage with video support and a feature called Community Request. We currently utilize a wide array of Axon products, including tasers, in-car fleet cameras, body cameras, interview room systems. So this just kind of adds to that array of products. And when we went to the body-worn cameras program, there was a component of that called evidence.com, which is the digital evidence platform where all of that information is stored. However, a side of that is that's just for that evidence. Third-party evidence, outside sort of evidence such as Ring doorbell cameras, closed-circuit TV from stores, downloads when we're doing computer forensics of cell phones, computers, things like that. That's all considered third-party storage and takes up a great deal of storage in those systems. So we started researching this. If we were to do this a la carte versus the unlimited, the a la carte cost, once we started doing the research and how much we were actually using, was going to far exceed just committing to the unlimited storage and being done with that. So we looked at that. We made that decision to move forward with, having an agreement drawn up. So with that unlimited third-party storage, it also includes video support to ensure that all those videos, all that stuff that is, put in there is able to be watched. And then the second part of it is the Axon Community Request. And what that is an ability where the officer, when they're taking a report, they can provide a digital link to that person making the complaint or providing us with that information. They can directly upload all of that information through a secure link that automatically tags and categorizes all that information. So we aren't doing moving it to one server and then to another and to another, where you run into issues with encryption and things that might become corrupt and not be playable. So it just streamlines the whole process for us. So with that, we are recommending the approval of the resolution. This is a budgeted item for our 2026 budget. It's a total contract is $85,654.28. Well, we will pay this over 3 years. So each year will be an installment payment of approximately $28,551.43.
Does anyone have any questions?
I do.
Yeah.
Chris, how long is this information saved? I've forgotten what the law is, how long this needs to be kept.
It all depends on the type of case,
Yeah.
what are the statute of limitations. If it's not tagged and it's just general, a recording or something like that, without any sort of what we call flagging, it would be 90 days and then it gets purged. But depending on what the case is, depending on what the evidence is, there's a lot of different variables that could come into play at that time. A lot of them are 2 years. We have a lot of things 7 years and some things that we can't get rid of. So it really varies.
So how do we keep track of that?
Yeah.
It's all internal. When we built the system, we had to put
you had a
safeguards
code.
in place, how it's flagged and what the retention is. And there is so much on the back end, what we call the administrative side of the system, that we took a long time to build out.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Goldstone?
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg?
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby?
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim?
Yes.
Trustee Benton?
Yes.
Trustee Berg?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
How you doing, Elaine?
All good.
Good. Item
She's on
25105.
the veranda where it's 75.
Yeah, exactly. Resolution approving a renewal of a contract with municipal GIS. Michael.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. So this is the first of several agenda items that I'll be presenting tonight. So to start with MGP renewal, this is the renewal of the Geographical Information Systems contract that the village has with MGP or Municipal GIS Partners. Deerfield has participated in the Regional GIS Consortium since 2002 alongside 42 other member communities. This shared service model provides reliable technical expertise at a lower cost than maintaining dedicated in-house GIS staff. The 2026 renewal includes a 3.6% increase, which is consistent with prior years and within the fiscal year 2026 budget. The statement of work authorizes a one-year extension through December 31st, 2026. The village's 40% service allocation provides 2 on-site GIS days per week, supported by additional remote work. This structure allows MGP to focus on priority projects and remain flexible to department needs. Over the past year, MGP supported several key initiatives, including lead service line identification, tree inventory updates, TIF district analysis, and integration of GIS tools with new software systems. They continue to assist Public Works, Community Development, Police Administration, and the Village Board. A public-facing GIS site remains available for residents as well. Funding is fully budgeted. Staff recommends approval of the 2026 contract with MGP in an amount not to exceed $99,734.04.
Questions?
Again, staff strongly recommends approval.
Yep.
It's a great service. It's used by everybody. And I actually do know residents who tap in and utilize it.
Yeah, it is very useful. We use it all the time. And having a GIS member on site, really helps. He answers questions very promptly, remotely as well. We're able to email him on the 3 days a week that he's not there. He's very responsive. So
It's great.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Move approval.
Second.
Roll call.
Greenberg?
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby?
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim?
Yes.
Trustee Benton?
Yes.
Trustee Berg?
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Get Mike a stool.
Yeah. Anytime you need to sit down or get some water. Item
Thank you.
25106, a resolution to purchase landscape plant material from Reds.
yes, the next item this evening is a request for the village to waive competitive bidding and approve the purchase of plant materials and supplies from Red's Garden Center in an amount not to exceed $50,000. The Public Works Department has been purchasing landscape materials from Red's for many years now. I believe over the last 2 years, we decided to do our landscaping service separately and then purchase our plant materials from Red's. Red's consistently provides high-quality plant material, topsoil, dirt, and other supplies used throughout our landscaped areas. Staff has been very satisfied with the quality, reliability, and customer service that Red's provides. Red's continues to meet village's needs for our planting and maintenance program. The materials purchased under this authorization will be used for streetscape urns, landscape beds, entrance features, and other planted locations across the village. The request includes plants, flowers, and associated supplies such as dirt and mulch. All purchases are fully budgeted for the fiscal year 2026. Because Reds remains the most dependable and cost-effective supplier for these specific materials, staff is recommending that the board waive the competitive bidding process and authorize the purchase of plant materials and supplies from Reds Garden Center up to the budgeted amount of $50,000.
Is there a motion? I'm sorry, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. These items seem like a pretty common commodity. Why would we waive the competitive bidding for such materials?
Well, through Reds, we receive government pricing, wholesale pricing, so it's much less that way than opposed to if we were to have our landscaping maintenance provide the materials. That added expense on top of the landscape maintenance contract would be more than purchasing plant materials separately. And I believe over the past, we've seen a much better quality in the plant material from Reds.
And great,
the plants are better.
Great question. So you get a more healthy plant.
Yeah.
So if you say a 3 to 4 inch, whatever, and it's a 2.5 inch, the plant material we get from these guys are much healthier and just perform better and look better.
So we can't, if we use our landscape contractor, we don't have the quality control, is what you're saying, on the materials?
Yeah, they would bring
Correct.
in their own materials.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is very practical because they're close by.
They are, yes.
It's
Easy access, right? Delivery,
very
right?
easy access.
Great.
And it's worked for 2 years now.
Yes.
We've done it this way, and the landscape contractor seems very pleased with the setup too. There doesn't seem to be any glitch between the two, and I think overall we're saving because we're not replacing plant material because it's in bad shape.
Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
And Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 25107, a resolution approving an agreement with Milieu Design for landscaping services.
Yes, as the mayor stated, the next item on the agenda is the resolution approving a 1-year contract extension for landscape maintenance with Milieu Design, LLC. The village owns and maintains more than 27 landscape locations throughout the community, including municipal buildings, Lake Cook Road median islands, entrance features, streetscape urns, and planter boxes. Because the village does not maintain a dedicated landscape division, these services are provided through competitively bid contracts with qualified landscapers. This contract was originally bid in December of 2022, at which time 3 bids were received. The bid specifications requested pricing for both landscape maintenance services and plant material, as we had just discussed. After review, staff determined it was in the best interest of the village to award the maintenance portion of the contract to Milieu Design, while purchasing plant materials separately from Reds Garden Center. This approach has continued to provide cost efficiency, flexibility in material sourcing, and consistent service quality. Over the past 3 years, Milieu Design has developed strong familiarity with the village's landscaped locations and operational expectations, eliminating the need for onboarding or a learning curve. They have established an effective working relationship with staff, allowing for clear communication and timely response to service needs. Staff finds the quality of work, responsiveness, and consistency across sites to be satisfactory. Retaining the same contractor has minimized service disruptions and allowed staff to focus on contract oversight and performance management rather than transitional activities. Milieu Design has requested a 1-year extension with a 2.5% price increase. Staff has reviewed the request and believes the increase is reasonable, below current market conditions, and appropriate given the contractor's performance history in the village. This extension is intended to be the final renewal under the current contract, and staff anticipates issuing competitive bid process for landscape maintenance in fiscal year 2027. Funding for this work is fully included in the fiscal year 2026 budget. Staff is recommending approval of the 1-year contract extension with Milieu Design, LLC for landscape maintenance services in an amount not to exceed $44,405.
Questions? Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Move approval?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 25108, a resolution to award sewer lining to, how do I pronounce that?
Hare Construction, Inc.
Construction.
The village has been lining sanitary sewers for over 20 years using curd-in-place pipe. This method restores the sewer's structural integrity while avoiding the cost and disruption of pipe replacement. For the 2026 project, staff proposes lining approximately 1,820 linear feet of 24-inch sewer, 140 feet of 18-inch sewer, and 845 feet of 10-inch sewer. The majority of this work continues rehabilitation of the east side interceptor main, with additional lining planned along the middle fork of the north branch of the Chicago River. The project was publicly advertised and 5 responsive bids were received. Hare Construction submitted the lowest responsible bid at $268,217. Although the bid is below the project budget, staff recommends awarding the fully budgeted amount of $450,000. This allows the village to take advantage of favorable unit pricing to add additional 24-inch lining, including extending work from Shannon Road to the east side pumping station. Hare has agreed to honor the bid pricing for the added scope. Wow. References from the City of Highland Park, Village of Kincaid, and ALAMP all reported strong performances, communication, and positive residential interactions. The reason why I reached out to Highland Park and Kincaid, I know Kincaid, maybe you've never heard of it. I was going through the reference list and trying to pick out municipalities that they had done sewer lining work specifically for. So both those municipalities have very, very good things to say. Additionally, I know that ALAMP has hired them to do some sewer lining work, and I know ALAMP additionally does work here in the village, so I thought they would be a good reference, and they also had very good things to say about Hare Construction. Funding is included in the fiscal year 2026 budget. Staff recommends approval of the contract with Hare Construction, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $450,000.
Question?
Mike, this is a tremendous range in these bid amounts.
Mm-hmm.
How do we explain that?
I don't know. When we did the bid opening, we were a little bit surprised as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the price for the 24-inch was lower than the price for the 18 and 10-inch, which we thought was a little
weird,
interesting. But I think it all comes down to the quantities, because we're doing a much larger portion of 24-inch. So maybe they were able to reduce the price on that due to the quantity.
Huh. And who did we use before?
Visu Sewer.
That's what I thought.
Well, I think these guys wanted our business. That's how I see
great.
it.
But it's a huge range.
Yep. Yeah, and being that the bid was so low, we're able to take advantage of that pricing and hopefully get a large portion of the 24-inch line done.
And again, the East Side Sewer, Bob, we've been wanting to do this for, you and me been talking about this for 15 years. So it'd be awesome.
So we're happy.
How long does this extend the life of the asset?
50 plus years.
Wow. Tremendous.
Right. How long does lining the pipe extend the life of the pipe?
50 years. It's a 50
Yep.
50 years.
Oh, it's a huge, without disruption. I mean, it's awesome.
It's a great deal. And the more we can do, the better. This sounds terrific.
Is there a motion?
Move a second.
Roll call.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
And Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Resolution item 25109, a resolution approving a First Amendment to the agreement with Advanced Tree Care for tree and stump removal services.
Yes, Public Works is responsible for removing trees and stumps from parkways, village properties, unimproved rights of ways, and alleys. These removals are necessary due to tree death, hazardous condition, and infectious disease. The removal contract was competitively bid in 2022, and Advanced Tree Care was the lowest responsible bidder. For fiscal year 2026, the contractor is requesting a 1-year extension with no unit price increase. Staff is recommending that the board waive competitive bidding and authorize the extension, as pricing remains competitive and performance has been consistently strong. Advanced Tree Care has also served the village's tree removal contractor for more than 10 years and has provided reliable service, including emergency responses. Staff has received positive feedback on the quality of their work. Funding for this work is fully budgeted in fiscal year 2026 in the amount of $75,000. Staff recommends approval of the contract amendment with Advanced Tree Care, Inc. for tree and stump removal services in an amount not to exceed $75,000.
Questions? Motion.
Move approval.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yep.
And Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 25-111, a resolution to waive competitive bidding and award a contract for turf maintenance to Patriot Property Services.
Got another one.
And I missed
Got
one,
another
sorry.
tree.
So you're going back for a tree
Sorry.
trimming.
Yep, going back for tree trimming. I did miss that one. Item 25-110, a resolution to waive competitive bidding and approve an agreement with Advanced Tree Care for tree trimming services.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yes, so the next agenda item is the waiving of competitive bidding and approving a 1-year agreement with Advanced Tree Care, Inc. Public Works is responsible for trimming parkway trees to maintain traffic clearance, protect public safety, preserve tree health, and prevent damage to property. The village does not have a dedicated forestry division, so these services are provided through contracted tree service professionals. The tree trimming contract was competitively bid in 2022, at which time Advanced Tree Care was the only bidder. Since then, the contract has been renewed annually with no unit price increase requested for both fiscal year 2025 and for the upcoming fiscal year 2026. Staff is recommending waiving competitive bidding and authorizing a 1-year extension, as pricing remains competitive and service quality has been consistently strong. Advanced Tree Care has served as the village's tree trimming contractor for over 10 years and has had strong record of reliable, high-quality work. The village operates on a quadrant-based trimming cycle, with a portion of the southwest quadrant and the southeast quadrant scheduled for maintenance in the upcoming year. Typically, it's a 5-year cycle, so this next year we'll be completing what we did not finish in the southwest quadrant, which typically has the most maintenance work to be done, and then we'll be moving on to the southeast quadrant. Funding for this work is fully budgeted in fiscal year 2026 in the amount of $100,000. Staff recommends approval of the agreement with Advanced Tree Care, Inc. for parkway tree trimming services in an amount not to exceed $100,000.
Are there any questions? Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second. Roll call.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
And Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now we'll go to 25-111, a resolution to waive competitive bidding and award a contract for turf maintenance to Patriot Property Services.
Thank you, Mayor. The village maintains more than 30 locations requiring weekly or biweekly turf maintenance, including Lake Cook Road median islands and right-of-way, as well as the Deerfield Road Metro Station and adjacent Metro property. These services are essential to maintaining the appearance and safety of prominent village corridors. This contract was competitively bid in 2023, at which time 6 bids were received, and Patriot Property Services was the lowest responsible bidder. The village authorized the contract in 2024 and was satisfied with the quality of work performed. The contract includes a provision which allows the contract to be extended for additional years. Patriot received a 4.5% increase for 2025 and has proposed a 3% increase for fiscal year 2026. Staff believes this increase is reasonable and reflective of the quality of service provided. Patriot is also a certified, service-disabled, veteran-owned business and has received positive feedback from other customers. Funding for this work is fully included in the fiscal year 2026 budget. Staff is recommending that the board waive the competitive bidding process and approve the renewal of the turf maintenance contract with Patriot Property Services, LLC, in an amount not to exceed $41,980.
I would note that for these extensions or for these contracts, the increase is very modest. Like sometimes there's no increase, or it's 1 or 2 or 3%. It's very modest. Are there any questions on this item?
Yeah, quick question. First of all, I love the fact that it's a veteran-owned business. I think that's great. But just wanted to ask, can you explain, please, the distinction between the turf maintenance services and the landscaping services?
Yeah, so the landscaping service is the planting of the flowers and the beds and the urns and the entranceway signs. Opposed to the turf maintenance is basically the mowing of turf in areas that the village does not, our PW staff does not cut.
Okay.
And the other is maintenance of those other plantings too. The first one. This is just mowing. And a lot of landscape contracts and ones that the village had years ago tried to combine those two sets of services, and it's a different skill set.
Okay, thank you. You anticipated my next question.
Yeah, it's a different skill set, and they found that it was much more efficient and cost efficient as well.
Oh, good.
To split them. You know, more landscaping you see is the big kahuna that does all of the municipal work. They do Chicago, they do many places.
Yeah.
And you pay a premium for them to mow your grass because they have skills where they do other things. What the village has done is split it.
I see.
So the people with the higher skill do the higher
skill thing, and then the lower skill thing do the lower skill thing.
and these guys mow. What surprised me, and I love the fact that you put maps in the packet this time to show where all this work takes place, that we have so many spots where we just have a place where they have to mow the lawn.
Yep.
You know, and we don't, our staff doesn't do it. We have to have somebody do it.
And those
So-
maps are complimentary of our MGP service guy who's on staff.
Ah.
He put those maps together for me last week. So
They're great.
Yep.
They're great.
Thank you for the explanation, Mary.
It's my thing.
Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yeah.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Last one, Michael. You ready?
yes, sir.
All right. Resolution to purchase vehicles and equipment.
That's the big one, though.
Yes. So with this last agenda item, there are 3 separate resolutions included in it. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case anybody was a little confused. So the 3 resolutions are approving the purchase of vehicles and operating equipment through the village's Vehicle Equipment Replacement Fund. For fiscal year 2026, staff is proposing the purchase of 5 motor vehicles and 3 pieces of operating equipment, in accordance with the village's established vehicle and equipment replacement schedule. These purchases support the operational needs of Public Works and are intended to maintain safe, reliable, and efficient service delivery. Beginning with the vehicle purchases, staff is recommending the replacement of 3 2017 3/4-ton pickup trucks with 2026 1-ton Chevrolet Silverado pickup trucks, and 1 2014 half-ton pickup truck with a 2026 1-ton Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck. These better meet current operational demands, payload requirements. And additionally, there is 1 2018 3/4-ton pickup truck is proposed to be replaced with a 2026 3/4-ton Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck. So that is one resolution that involves all 5 of the pickup trucks through a contract with Raymond Chevrolet that we have. These vehicles are heavily used in daily field operations and are being replaced as part of the village's scheduled fleet management program. All vehicle purchases are being made through a government pricing program offered by Raymond Chevrolet, which provides pre-negotiated pricing to public sector agencies. This program allows the village to obtain competitive government rates without issuing a separate formal bid. while remaining consistent with the village's procurement practices. Staff is also recommending the purchase of several key pieces of operating equipment. First, the replacement of the village's 2013 Falcon asphalt transporter with a new unit. This equipment is essential to street maintenance operation and is used for pothole patching, utility cut restoration, and winter pavement repairs. A new unit will improve heating efficiency, reduce downtime, and support higher quality, longer lasting repairs. This purchase is being made through a Sourcewell cooperative purchasing contract. Next, staff is recommending the purchase of a new Kubota skid steer and Liberty Pro tilt trailer. The skid steer is a critical piece of equipment used for material handling, debris removal, parkway restoration, storm response, and seasonal operations. This year, the staff determined that the most cost-effective approach is to purchase a new skid steer for frontline operations while retaining the existing unit for light-duty tasks around the public works yard. Retaining the older skid steer will reduce rental costs and increase flexibility when multiple projects are occurring simultaneously. Pricing for this equipment was evaluated from multiple vendors with the lowest and most effective proposal selected through a Sourcewell cooperative contract. Based on these purchasing methods, staff is requesting the board take the following actions. Waive the competitive bid process for the purchase of 5 2026 Chevrolet Silverado pickup trucks. Approve the purchase of the Falcon asphalt transporter. Approve the purchase of the Fleet Kubota skid steer. Approve the purchase of the Liberty Pro tilt trailer, and adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase of 5 vehicles and 3 pieces of operating equipment not to exceed amount of $399,529.81.
Then we'll take these separately, but when we take these separately, do we have to identify the specific amount for each? Like how much for the Silverados, how much for the transporter?
You do not in the motion. You can just move to adopt the resolution to purchase.
Okay.
Yep.
So can you give me that figure again? $399?
Yes, sir. $399,529.81.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution for
I
the
just
purchase?
have a question real quick.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I do
Of
too.
course, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was this all part of our budget? Was it a line item in the budget?
It
The total
was,
amount?
It was a line item in the budget. The cost is slightly above the original budget. However, we had decided not to trade in the skid steer, which would have brought us down. If we would have traded in the skid steer, we would have been about $1,000 over budget. Without trading in the skid steer, we are a little bit more over budget than that. However, we decided to retain the current skid steer because we went through our rentals over the past year, and we had ended up spending about $4,000 a month on skid steer rentals. So in retaining this, it does put us slightly over budget. However, it will reduce our rental costs significantly.
It's a wash.
Okay.
So is that did someone
It's a
just say
wash.
wash? Okay.
Pretty much, because it shows you.
Save money in 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. Is there going to be any delay in acquiring this equipment? We've had that problem with everything else.
Yeah, that was going to be my question as well.
Sorry.
Availability of the units.
Okay. No, small trucks and equipment, there typically is not much of a delay.
And I know we're keeping some of this, but we are trading in some as well.
Yes, yep,
What
that
we
is
can.
correct. I did include some charts on there that kind of separate what were the original price less the trade-in value to give a better picture of the total cost.
It's a lot of stuff.
It is.
It is a lot of stuff.
It's $399,529.81 worth a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But there's a lot of items. There's
Yes.
a lot
There
of
are.
equipment. This is a lot of
Yes,
trucks.
It will significantly improve our operational needs and allow for more use of the trucks. We'll be able to haul more equipment,
Right.
Things like that.
This being my first year on the board, is this like a typical turnover in capital equipment, or is this like everything coming to an expiration?
Well, we have these. We have all this equipment in the VERF fund that we try to kind of extend life as much as we can, and move vehicles around so that we can save more to spend. But as far as turnover goes, I would defer to
I
Bob.
would say it's about an average
Pretty
year.
typical. Okay.
Could you please identify yourself?
Thank you, Mayor. Bob
As you limp
Phillips,
to the
Public Works
microphone.
Director.
I know that voice.
So it is. So we do replace vehicles every year, typically. Sometimes they're longer lead time. You've seen, like earlier this year, we replaced some of like the 5 tons and the bread truck,
big
everybody's
stuff.
favorite one. But pickup trucks are generally going to be on like a 7 or 8 year rotation because we get a really good trade in at right around that time period. If we hold a pickup truck on too long, then we don't get anything for a trade in. So right around 7 or 8 years is the magic year for those. The 5-ton trucks and the larger trucks, we don't get any trade-in on those at all. We've been pushing those a little bit longer. But as you know, we did have one catastrophic failure of an engine, and we had to come to the board for an emergency replacement on that one. So we don't like to hold on to them for too long. Right? So there's kind of a sweet spot. On those is like about 10 or 12 years.
Okay.
Answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution for purchasing vehicles, the purchase of vehicles and equipment in the amount of $399,529.81?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Reaper.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Great job, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and Board.
Before I said yes.
A resolution to approve an asset management contract with OpenGov.
Good evening, Board. Tyler Dickinson, Ozark Avenue. If you remember last year this time, I came to the Board for approval of a contract with OpenGov to implement our enterprise asset management software, as well as the public-facing work order system. Mirroring those together allows a resident to take out their phone, take a picture of a concern they may have, whether it's a tree, a pothole, a street sign. That gets immediately sent over to Public Works, tied to that asset, creating a log for any inspections or replacement or repairs on that asset. So, and then also the resident is also made aware when a specific work order, task, or request has been completed with a follow-up comment.
If I'm not mistaken, that's one of Elaine's favorites, right, Elaine?
I was just going to give the example. The other day, this St. Pete truck pulled up in front of my house. I walked out with my bottles of water. I said, "What are you guys here for?" They pulled up their app. They said, "Give me a second," and then they showed me and did their work and moved on. Spectacular.
We did not choreograph that, by the way.
I might have heard that example before too. So, but yeah, so that's what we're going for. Over the last 12 months, we've been working towards that. As far as there's a few different domains that our assets are categorized into. We have we're more focused on the public facing, so streets, trees, sidewalks, things like potholes, tree concerns, again signs. A lot of that stuff. We went with this first phase over the last 12 months. That phase is nearing completion. Both the public facing portal through the website for the residents and the asset management for streets and sidewalks and the public facing stuff will be completed in the first quarter next year. And so we're looking to now begin the second phase, or the less public-facing assets of Public Works, which are our water system and our sanitary sewer. So things like what Michael just brought up, the sewer lining, that would be tied to an asset. The water system, as far as hydrants, pumps, reservoirs, the elevated tank, maintenance inspections, any concerns we have. It'll also allow us to set preventative maintenance schedules, so a hydrant every 10 years painting, a pump every 3 years for greasing or bearings and things of that nature. So we've received a proposal from OpenGov in the amount of $63,325 to begin this work in early 2026. And of that, about $35,000 will be carryover, or will be annual costs starting in 2027. The attached resolution includes a waiver of competitive bidding due to the staff's presence towards the OpenGov software. Therefore, staff is requesting to adopt the resolution to approve the asset management software contract with OpenGov Inc. in the amount of $63,325.
Your Honor, before the board takes a motion on this issue, I guess I would like to ask that there's an accountability piece that comes back to us in 6 months and 12 months, or maybe every 6 months, on reporting out what reports have been made and what those outcomes are, because we're relying on this software to be an accountability piece, right? No accomplish
Right.
stuff. I'd like staff to think about a regular interval where you actually report out those results.
Absolutely.
That maybe that's a 6-month thing, 12-month thing, but I think it's important that we show the results of this investment, because that's not an insignificant investment. But I think it's going to be really cool. I believe in it. I think it's going to be great.
Mhm.
But I'd also like to show the team those results. I think that's
So you
important.
think we could start getting this going in the spring? Is that what I hear you?
The public-facing portal, and again, the public-facing portal will include police department, finance,
Yeah.
general governance, questions that won't be tied to public works. That is expected to start in January. The asset management tying of that is probably closer to February. But absolutely, we can come back. I will
Let's
say
come back
it'll-
in the fall.
Yeah.
Fall of next year.
Get a reasonable time frame,
Yeah.
6-month
Yeah.
time frame or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
But then just show some results, because I think
To
it's
see
really
how it's
important,
going.
because it's a big investment.
Yep.
Well, and I think we can also publish those results in details and
would
let
be
the
awesome.
community know.
Yeah.
63 of you have called in about
Or
a
responded
problem
to- or
with your
responded to within X
your
days.
sidewalk,
That
and
stuff.
we responded to you in X amount of time. I think that's a great metric
Nice accountability
to
piece.
share
Right. I agree.
publicly.
And that's the intent. The intent's to fix stuff.
Right.
It'll be a learning curve for us, of course, and the residents alike, just because it is a drastic change from what's currently taking place with more emails, paperwork. But no, it's going to be a nice tool, increase efficiencies, help also ensure that nothing gets dropped through the cracks, because we'll have multiple administrators of sorts in the software to help govern that and can kind of move things along.
That'd be great.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution with a time sometime next year, 6-9 months into next year, to come back and look at this and see how it's working? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
And Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Item 25-114, a resolution to waive competitive bidding and approving an agreement with SE Enterprises, Sharetta Enterprises, Inc. for cleaning services.
Thank you, Mayor. The village currently hires a cleaning contractor to provide cleaning services at the police department, Village Hall, Public Works, and the downtown train station. Since 2022, SE Inc. has been the cleaning contractor. We hired them after relieving the previous cleaning contractor for not fulfilling their contractual obligations. So again, they have not raised the rates for the past 2 years. They are requesting a 3% increase for this year, which would raise the total cost to $84,824, which is an additional $2,464. We believe this is a very reasonable request, since again, they haven't raised rates since 2023. All staff believe they're providing excellent quality service. It's particularly important for the police department, which is open 24/7, and we've received 0 complaints from them for a number of years. For this reason, staff recommends that the Village Board of Trustees award the janitorial services contract to SE Inc. in the amount not to exceed $84,824, and this is fully budgeted for in 2026. With that, any questions?
Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Roll call.
Trustee Jacoby.
Yes.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
And Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Jerry, we had 2 movers. Did you assign one of them as a second?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Items for discussion. Thank you, Justin. Items for discussion. Mayor, the Board of Trustees. Tomorrow night is the menorah lighting sponsored by the Chabad House. And it says 4 o'clock, but actually this afternoon was changed to 4:30. So it's at 4:30 at the Village Center. The overnight downtown snow clearing was on Thursday, and it was spectacular. Bob, thank you to you
Public
and
Works
your
did a
team.
great job.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Public Works did an awesome job. This is our last meeting before the end of the year, so I wish everybody listening, seeing, and in this room a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holiday Season. Since New Year's is on Thursday, there will be no LRS collection delays this year. Garbage and
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday aren't affected because
Correct.
this is on Thursday.
correct. And that's my report. Trustees, anything? All right, let's I'll get it right.
Nothing,
Get
Your
it
Honor,
together.
you're fine. Yeah.
Staff?
You're good. We're
Kent,
good.
anything
We're good.
from staff? Okay.
We're good.
I would ask for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120C1, 120C2, and 120C21 of the Illinois Open Meetings Act.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You need a roll call to go to
And roll call, please. Yep, I always get confused in that.
Trustee Oppenheim.
Yes.
Trustee Benton.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Goldstone.
Yes.
Trustee Greenberg.
Yes.
And Trustee Jacoby.
Yeah.
We
Motion
will turn to
passes.
executive session. We have no other business after we come out.
Elaine, you can hang up. Ken will call you in exec session.